Alright. Here we go. So, I just took my background and I just turned it off. I'll just leave it on, I guess. But, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, the parts here and I'm going to build them up. So, basically it's going to be a square that goes here using, these fence parts. So I'm going to start from the back and work my way forward. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go ahead and put this onto, we'll go background since it's not really part of it. And I'm just gonna make sure that I switched this to 300 as opposed to 500 because I found that the 500 was a little small. Okay, so I got this one here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna bring it up and over. I'm just gonna go basically to where it needs to go. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this, I guess. Control D, and we'll put it on the next one, and Control D, and next, and Control D, next, and Control D, next, Control D, next, and Control D, next. Okay, and I probably need more than that, so we'll do a little bit more. Okay, Control D. That's probably enough. So I'm gonna grab all of these and put these as 3 to make sure that they stay above the other ones. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do my, let's grab all of these. I'll just stick it like, I don't know, here. And then I need to make a wall here and a wall here. So to do that, I'm going to do my back one here first. So I'm going to grab this. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and create an empty. And we're going to put this as back left wall. So I know where everything goes. So we'll take this and we're going to drop it in here. Good. And we will now take this one. And I am going to go ahead and put this on background and do 3 for the sorting, the order in the layer. And I'm just going to go ahead and go like this and Control D. And Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, and Control D, Control D, Control D. Alright, and I'm going to call that okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and make another, create empty, and I'm going to call this back right wall. And we'll take all these guys and we are going to drop them in there. Okay. And bam. So now what I'm going to do is just duplicate these. So probably the next one will be this one. So I'm going to take my back right wall and I'm going to Control D the whole thing. And we are going to name this one front left wall. Okay, that was neat. I like how that didn't work. Front left wall. Good, and enter, and I'm just gonna W, and we'll take it and put it like here. This should probably be a bit bigger now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so I'm gonna look at my back left wall here, and I am just gonna duplicate this a couple more times. Control D. Control D. Control D, we'll do one more. Okay. And I'm going to take my front left wall, get rid of that, and my back right wall. I'm just going to duplicate this a couple more times. Control D. And Control D. And let's see, is that level? No, one more. Control D. Okay. So boom, I'm going to take my back right wall. That would probably, I don't know, we'll just do, okay, let me make that small. Control D, and I'm just going to go ahead and rename this. And this is going to be front left wall. Take this guy, I'm going to stick it right here. And then I'm going to take the back left wall, Control D, and this will become the front right wall. Front right wall. Boop, and that'll go right here. Okay. And we'll take all three of these and drop them in the background. And then I'm going to grab actually all three of those and just try to position it a little bit better like that. Okay. So there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this one. So there's a hole, and this one, so there's a hole. Okay, so basically you'll walk in through here and get back out there. Okay, that's pretty fabulous. Good and good. And now what I want to do is think. Let's say this real quick. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is basically add to this a what do you call it? A collider, so that basically the character has to fit inside of this. So I'm going to add a let me see, back left wall. We are going to create an empty, and we're going to say left collider, and I am going to just duplicate that, and we will also make a right collider. I should call it wall collider, but we're just going to go with that. So, and we'll take both of these and we will parent them to the background, and I'm just going to zero them out just because it makes no difference. It's just alright. Okay, so on the left one, I'm going to add a component, and it's going to be a physics 2D, and it's just going to be an edge collider, and I'm going to get all close to that. And if you look, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'm going to go down to, well, actually, we'll just do it by hand. I'm going to add collider, and I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to go to the top, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to click, drag here, and click, and drag there. And you can see basically I created this little bit here, okay? And that's on the left one. Now on the right one, I'm going to do the same thing, add component, physics 2D, edge collider, and I'm going to hit on the edit. Boop. Just so you guys know too, I tried to do this earlier and it would not let me edit it. I clicked the edit button and nothing happened. I had to close it out and reopen it. I haven't had that happen before, but that seemed to fix it. So if you run into a weird thing where it's like not letting you do it, just try closing it out and redoing it. Okay. And edit collider, there we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to go ahead and take both of these and attach that to the background. So now basically there's nice physics attached to this, and that's all fine and dandy, and hooray. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, so we got that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my background cube, and this is basically going to be my interior here, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a midground item, and so you can see it right there, or you can't. And I'm going to move it over so we can see it. All right, and I'm going to say size-wise, I'm just going to leave it like that. That's fine. But what I'm going to have to do is go ahead and add a component to this, physics 2D, and we are going to add a polygon collider, and basically it will allow me to, let's go to points here, and it has a lot of them. Let's try and do 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6, sorry. So let's do 6. And we should be able to edit it. Actually, let's undo this. And I'm going to do 2. And I'm going to go ahead and edit it. And that should give me enough to, this way I can manually do it. So it's fewer points. It's always good to do fewer points than what's there. Okay, and good. All right, so I got my thing there, and I hit done. Boom. Now I got my collider. I'm also going to add another component, physics 2D, a rigid body. And I'm going to say is kinematic. If I don't put that on, what's going to happen is when you hit play, it's going to go. Hang on a second. Whoop. Oh, well, you can see our collider's working. But I'm going to put is kinematic, and then you see when I hit play, that won't happen. So basically, it's just using it for its other purposes. Yay. Okay. So that's good. Got that. And we'll just call this block with a capital. Boom. And that's good. So now what I can do, and I'm going to zero this out. 0, 0. Great. So now what I can do is that will be my basic thing. And I'm just going to make that a prefab so I can just keep reusing those. So I'm going to go to prefabs. I'm going to drop my block in here. And then whenever I need it, there you go. Okay. And I'm going to save this real quick. Yay. So, good. I'm going to create another empty, and I'm just going to call this, blocks. And that way I'll put all the blocks in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make basically some sort of like labyrinth using these. So it's mid-ground and, good. Okay. So I'm going to take it and I'll put it like, so they're going to walk in there. So we'll say, I want to start from the base here. So I'm going to duplicate that. And boom, control like this, Control D. All right. Control D. Control D. Control D. This one and this one, move it like this. Basically just trying to make some sort of like level here. So this, Control D. Control D. Control D. Control D. Control D. Control D. Control D, Control D. Imagine I did a nice job. I'm just making a crappy level. This is one of those things you'd probably want to like play around with until you make it look good. But we'll just say that's the level, okay? And I'm just going to take all of these and put them into the blocks. Okay, good. All right, now I'll say that. All right, so we're going to call that my thing. Okay, good. So we could do this a couple different ways to do this animation. I'm going to do kind of a cheaper way. He only has one idle animation. So I'm actually just going to hold shift, select this whole thing, click and drag it up here. And then I'm going to save it. It's automatically going to make an animation out of it. And I'm just going to save this as Charlie. And we will save it. And that's it. Okay, so Charlie, I'm going to rename this the thing Charlie. Charlie. Oh, man. I'm really bad at spelling today. Okay, come on. Charlie. Good. And I'm going to make this, he's going to be in the foreground. And I can put him down. Actually, we'll leave it up there for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and add a component, and we're going to do a physics. We'll do a rigid body. And again, we'll do is kinematic because I don't want it to whatever. And I'm going to do another physics 2D, and we're going to do a box collider. And I'm just going to take the edit collider here, and I'm just going to scale it manually. See, like before when I was hitting edit collider, it wasn't giving these handles either. I don't know. In the other tutorial, I had to do it manually by just scaling all these, which is annoying. Okay, so there we go. Now we got that set up, and I've hit play. You'll see he'll animate. There he is. Okay. Now, if your speed's too fast, all you got to do is go to the animator, select the animation, and you can just control the speed here. So basically 1, and then I could do like, if I do 0.5, you'll see that when I play it, it'll be a bit slower. See? So just, you can select it here and just change the speed of it. Now you might have multiple animations. If you need to do that, you can do it a different way. I'm going to do 0.75. All right, that didn't work. 0.75. There we go. Good. And so what we'll do is we will set up the player controller in the next one.